And to try to black-splain to her
that was
about
bold.
slavery made me so disgusted and angry.
I thought it's called white-splaining.
Well, he tried to black-splain stuff about black people
He did it.
to her.
Oh,
Yes.
Well,
Then
you
he
know,
said-
if he's in the mood for black-splaining, maybe one day he'll come here on The View. He'll have the guts to come here.
He doesn't
No,
have the
I
guts
never.
to come here.
And he can,
He doesn't
you know,
have the guts
tell
to
us
come
about
here.
the positive
He
point of
doesn't
view
even understand,
on
I think,
slavery.
his policies.
He can tell us about the positive point of view of banning books.
Can
He
I
can
just-
tell us about the positive point of view of weaponizing government.
Fast Zone News here, back with more breaking news, and today we're going to be checking out yet another clueless conversation from the crazy ladies on The View. These insane liberals were once again talking about things they know nothing about, and as usual got on the topic of Ron Desantis. The totally incompetent staff has been fixated with the sanctimonious for some time now, and they never miss an opportunity to spew their extreme hatred for the candidate. This clip is no different as the hosts and totally brainwashed audience cheered at DeSantis' low polling numbers, not realizing this really just means a win for Donald Trump. We'll see these unhinged liberals' point of view in this video, as well as get my honest reaction to the insanity. I personally can't believe people like this exist, and if you want to continue to see the latest news and content, hit the subscribe button below. Alright, so we got another clip here from the crazy ladies on The View, basically expressing their extreme hatred for Ron DeSantis and anything that isn't woke and crazy. So let's check out this clip. It is very good. Before we start, just wanted to check out the new shirt. It says, "My pronouns are Sean Strickland." Basically, we're big supporters of Sean Strickland on this channel. We got a couple other ones here. I identify as an American. We've got one that says "Cancel Me." We've got a bunch, and if you want to get your own, just go over to fullviolence.com. Once again, big supporters of Sean Strickland on this channel. But let's get into the video.
Also going on in the world, Florida governor Ron Desantis.
Is it just me, or does she look like she has not bathed in or taken a shower in probably 5 to 10 years? And look at that giant, she looks like she shops at Goodwill. She's got disgusting braids, and she doesn't look like she showered in years, but she's going to criticize everybody else on her little racism show. Just wanted to point out how dirty she looks first. Who we're dealing with.
Interview. I'm so sorry.
Did you burp?
I'm giggling. I'm giggling because he has an interview with ABC News Live Prime anchor Lindsay Davis, and he took on you know who. Yeah.
Talking about Ron DeSantis, obviously. That's their favorite person.
Right. And other candidates, but we have a clip. Here's the clip.
He claimed to be pro-life. For him to then attack people like Iowa, South Carolina, Florida, all these other states, I thought was a big mistake. But look, I mean, I think he's taking positions that I think are different from what he took in 2015.
You would get the military involved to shoot drug cartel members who are at the border. How would you be able to tell who a cartel member is?
Oh, you can tell. They'll have fucking AR-15s and AK-47s and have bunches of kids and women behind them. You just pluck.
Same way you would tell for anything. I mean, for example, I served in Iraq back in the day. The Al-Qaeda didn't wear uniforms, so you had to make a determination. Can you positively identify somebody as hostile through either hostile action or hostile intent, and then you do it?
Why you think there's any value to try to teach a concept to students that there was any upside to slavery?
The guy that wrote that, Dr. Allen, pointed out it was not saying that slavery benefited. It was saying that these folks were resourceful. They did things they weren't allowed to do to develop skills and then use. So they did it in spite of slavery, not because of it. That's how it's taught.
I don't see what's wrong with what he said. Like, he said that people, in spite of how terrible slavery was, these people were very resourceful and were able to teach themselves skills. And they're going to come in and just pick it apart with their dumb nonsense, dividing America as usual, with their stupid opinions that make no sense, one-syllable words, and it's just a mess. And we get to listen to a homeless person tell us how everybody else is racist. It's like, no, I don't think people are treating you a certain way because you're a black person. They're treating you a certain way because you look like a homeless person. And you look like you came out of a mental institution on top of it. So let's listen to Whoopi's crazy point of view. Everyone's racist.
Boo! You know what? You know what?
Well, he's lying.
Oh,
isn't
let me
he?
run with this one because you know I'm so enjoying this.
Yes, but I just need to. It's just, you know what he's like. Do you remember the Penguin on Batman? Burgess Meredith. He had that long, and he talked like this.
Ew, dude. What is on her tooth? So she doesn't brush her fucking teeth either. She looks like a Ninja Turtle. She looks like the dirty Ninja Turtle with her car cover smock as a dress. She's so round and disgusting, she has to have this round smock on. Her hair looks like it hasn't been washed in days, and she's going to say Ron DeSantis looks like the Penguin. It's like, these are the arguments from the left. He looks like the Penguin from Batman. It's like, and what do you look like? The fuck? I don't even know. I don't even know a homeless character from a. She looks like the thing from Lord of the Rings that's in the cave. What is its name? Fucking Grendel or something? She's so disgusting. It's like, why does anybody listen to a word she says?
And he had this always grayish, like Paul to him.
Oh, she's getting in on the action too. She thinks that's a really good analogy. He looks like the Penguin.
Well, listen.
This is sad to watch.
Despite so many reboots, I now think he has more pair of boots than Nancy Sinatra. His campaign.
What did she even just say? I think she has more pairs of boots than Nancy Sinatra. Like, what? What did you even just say? And look at those crazy earrings. They look like the type of earrings you like handmade by yourself. Like, I could see this crazy lady literally being like under the steps somewhere at her house in like a closed door with like screens of Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis videos on, and she's just like scribbling, I hate Trump, I hate Trump, and she's just beating these crazy purple earrings. She's like, I'm gonna wear these on air, and I'm gonna show them how racist and terrible they are. She looks like a mental institution patient, just like the other four. There's one lady that's semi-competent on the show, and that's because she's conservative, but they're absolutely insane. Look at these earrings.
Is dead on arrival. I mean, this guy is on political life support. It's just nobody has had the compassion and mercy to actually pull the plug. And so let me just tell you where Ron DeSantis is. In the new CNN poll.
Yeah, clap for Ron DeSantis being dead. We want Trump. That's basically what they're saying here, is that are they so dumb? They say they hate Trump on one hand, but then they hate DeSantis too, and they're happy that the polls are down. But if DeSantis' polls are down, do you know what that means? That means Trump's going to be your president, guys. So get used to it. They start clapping. They're like, woo! It's like, yeah, Trump 2024. Keep clapping. DeSantis go down, Trump go up.
He is fifth in New Hampshire. He is behind Trump, behind
Trump train.
Ramaswamy. He's behind Haley.
Did you hear how she just said Vivek's name? Ramaswamy? That sounded racist. Was that racist, guys? I think that, let me know in the comment section. That was pretty racist. And she didn't even make an attempt to like say it normal. She's just like, Ramaswamy? It's like, come on. If that was anybody else, if that was Trump saying somebody's last name, they'd say, that's a white supremacist line. Get him out of office. Indict him. Impeach him. He said Ramaswamy.
He's behind Christie. He is in fifth place.
Celebrate Trump train. Trump train.
Why I'm happy about it and why I'm gloating about it, because he's been awful in Florida. He's gone after my friends at the R House, the small business in Miami that hosts the drag shows. He finally had to settle today. Their nightmare is finally over. Guess what?
What?
The drag queens persevered, and his candidacy is...
This insane lady is literally right here. She's supporting drag shows where kids would come to the drag shows. And what DeSantis was doing is he was saying, if these bars are going to host these drag shows, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take their liquor license away. If they're going to have drag shows with kids there, and these crazy people are like supporting it. That's what the Democratic Party is these days. It's like transitioning kids and no border security. It's like, who is voting for these policies? That's all they have to offer. drag shows with kids in the front row, transitioning the kids, and then open borders and calling everybody racist. Like, who votes for that? What do they have to offer other than division? They say the Republicans divide, but what do you call this? And she's openly supporting trans shows, men dressed up like women, shaking their asses in front of little children in the front row. She's advocating for it. So if that's not insane, it goes with her fucking earrings there, her mentally ill, under the steps, hating Trump DeSantis beaded earrings goes right along with the trans drag shows and kids. Pathetic.
You all heard it here first. I said he was the most overrated politician in America.
She's the only halfway intelligent one on the entire show. She's the conservative one. I don't know what she's even doing on this show, but...
And that's a fact. I worked for him when he was in the House. He was a sane conservative who was big on national security. He voted to support Ukraine when he was in the House. He was a fiscal conservative. If he had just run a campaign like a normie Republican, people are flocking to Florida. We've got great taxes. Like, come, there's lots of jobs here. He might be doing better, but he decided to go a completely bigoted route, a completely, frankly, leaning into racial divide route.
And the woke thing.
I'm not the biggest DeSantis fan, but this just shows how disconnected these insane people are from reality. They're saying DeSantis isn't doing well because he's taken a bigoted, racist route. It's like literally all they think about is racism and skin color. It's like nobody's that concerned with your skin color. Like I said, it's not because you're a black person, whoopee. It's that you look like a homeless person. But the reason DeSantis is losing is not because of racism. It's because he's a snake and he went against Donald Trump. He was dead in his governor race, and Donald Trump saved his little ass. His little bitch ass was saved by Donald Trump. And guess what? The first opportunity, DeSantis just like takes all the support he can get. Give it to me, Trump, give it to me. I'm going to actually be you. He's basically Trump Jr., takes on all the policies. And then the first opportunity he gets to bite the hand that helped him out, he does it. And he starts talking shit about Trump. And that's what all the conservative voters saw. Because guess what? When you go against Trump, you lose 50% of your base. It has nothing to do with him being bigoted and racist. It's like, find something else to talk about other than racism. You guys are pathetic.
Anti-woke thing. He doesn't say it anymore, by the way.
Crazy old women.
But
Because it didn't get any traction.
It got no traction. And here's
Well, and
the
it got
thing.
negative traction because it was
Right.
stupid.
Ooh, good one. Sunny. Isn't her name Sunny? Look at her crazy mug there. I bet she has some crazy earrings, too, to go along with the other two.
Iowa, he's still, he's second place in Iowa, but Iowa's not gone on to elect somebody president since 2000, George W. Bush. New Hampshire is much more representative of a general election. It's a libertarian-leaning state. Independents can vote in the primary, and he is tanking there. I saw
Because he's a snake.
him in New Hampshire in a
But what does that mean? It means Trump is winning. So you guys better keep clapping for Trump, you dumbasses.
very conservative district, but they're kind of free-minded people, and they were saying, we say gay, we say gay. People don't like for you to tell them what they can and can't do, and they are rejecting him.
Yeah, no shit. What do you call the vaccine, left? What do you call? You're going to lose your job if you don't get the vaccine. The left are the people that tell people what to do. They don't even want people to be able to buy gas cars in the future. They're constantly telling people what to do. She might not realize it because she's conservative, but these are the people that are telling people what to do, not the conservatives. Sorry, he wants to keep transgender and genital mutilation out of schools. Like, I think that's a good thing, and I think most people would agree that that's a good thing. These people are just so disconnected.
I mean, you would think that they would have figured this out by now, by the responses that they've gotten to the abortion conversations, to all the things where people are standing up and...
What are you talking about? Trump got 12 million more votes than he did the first time. So I don't think he's really doing anything wrong. I think you guys know what happened.
saying, listen, you can't tell us. Stop that. Stop telling us who we can hang out with, who we can love,
Didn't they give him
what
the
we need to
finger
do.
in Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him the finger
you.
in Iowa.
Well, can I talk about the Surgeon General in
Sure.
Florida? He is
go right ahead.
She's got the mentally ill bead earrings too, so she clearly has a hate Trump DeSantis workstation under her steps as well, with a scribbling pad. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. and then she beads these little things and so they all have mentally ill earrings, if you've noticed. And that's from their under the steps, Trump-hating workstations where they bead the little earrings together and then wear them on the show to project. And I'm sure the other two have the same thing.
He's a vaccine skeptic. He's telling people to reject the booster.
You know the hair dye probably got to her brain. Jesus.
That is a really, I think that, isn't that what's the legal term for that?
Well, it's malpractice.
Malpractice, there you go.
Do they ever say anything of substance? Like, what are they even talking about?
Yeah.
Last year, Politico found that he personally altered a study to imply that the vaccines pose a health risk to
Why
young
is
men.
this a surprise coming from this administration?
Well, because this
Well,
is
it's
terrible.
this
People listen
administration.
to doctors, that's why.
They don't listen to this.
And can I just straighten one thing out?
Yeah,
People
do.
say, well, you got the vaccine and you got you still got COVID. First of all, I have not had COVID at all.
Don't jinx it.
I know. I know, it's true.
Yeah, but everyone else is still able to get COVID. That was the big thing. It's like I still know family members that I remember when the vaccine was first coming out and they said, this is going to stop COVID in its tracks. Remember? It's going to be like a dark, death-filled, this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And we would tell these family members, say, haven't you seen these people are fully vaccinated and they're still getting the virus? And they like wouldn't believe us. They're like, no, that's misinformation. That's how disconnected everybody was, is you would tell them something that was real, and if it wasn't said out of the specific person they listened to, it's like, that's fake, and you're just a crazy right-wing vaccine science denier. And it's like, everything that the right thought all along was true. I can't talk about it too much, but you can definitely, it's public information. You can get COVID after you've had the COVID vaccine. And these people are a perfect example. Whoopi, I think, has had it like multiple times.
But
Look at that crazy smock she's wearing. It looks like a painting smock to hide how oddly shaped she is. Like, it looks like the type of thing you put over your car to keep the sunlight or rain off. It's like Goodwill, probably. She's got dirty hair. I could just, ugh.
I've never had it. I'm wondering why.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, I've had it 900 times.
Well, I've had it 9 times.
But she has had it. Well, okay, here's my point.
I did it for you.
Whoopi has had it 900 times.
Yeah.
She has been vaccinated. Is she alive? Yes.
Yes,
That's the reason you take the vaccine. And I mean, you don't get died from COVID when you take the vaccine.
Yes, we're
It's
not having-
interesting that he was
Oh, geez. Time for the craziest one of the bunch, Sonny.
appointed by DeSantis, and I
That's
think
my
that's
point.
that's something
She probably has the crazy mentally ill workstation earrings, too. Let's see.
to really think about why he wouldn't.
His name is
appoint-
Joseph Ladapo, by
Yes,
the
a
way.
vaccine denier.
Ladapo information.
And to sit down with Lindsay Davis, who is one of our preeminent journalists here at ABC.
Oh, so she doesn't have the beads, but she's got a bunch of small ones, and she's just piercing herself. I hate Trump. I hate DeSantis. I hate Lindsey Graham. I hate them all. And she's just putting these crazy, she's just doing it to herself, like sticking it through her ear. Think of how crazy these people are at home.
Really, I think in the country right now, and to try to black-splain to her
Yeah, that was
about
bold.
slavery made me so disgusted and angry.
I
when
thought
he,
it's called white-splaining.
What the hell is going on? How did we just get back to racism? Weren't we just talking about the vaccine? She's like, no. Do you know what show this is? Bring it back to racism. That's what our audience wants to hear. Victim mentality. White people are bad. Tell us more about how white people are bad.
Well, he tried to black-splain stuff about black people
He did it.
to her.
Oh, he-
Yes.
I don't know what he did, but it was racist.
Yes, and what was interesting is he said, when he said this thing, they did things they weren't allowed to do. Slaves weren't allowed to do anything because they were enslaved.
Well,
Then he said,
if he's in the mood for black-splaining, maybe one day he'll come here on The View. He'll have the guts to come here.
he doesn't have
I
the
get
guts
it.
to come here.
And he can,
Yeah, he definitely has the guts to come there. I'm not a big DeSantis guy, as I said, but I think he went to like Harvard and Yale, and he served in the military. I don't think he would be willing to dumb himself down to come on the mentally ill show with the mentally ill workstation Trump DeSantis hatred beads all over the cast. It's like crazy
have the guts
and
He
crazy
doesn't even
and crazy.
understand, I think, his policies.
He can tell us about the positive point of view of banning books.
Can
He
I
can
just-
tell us about the positive.
Yeah, banning books that teach little kids how to give blowjobs and have anal sex. It's like, yeah, we don't want that in schools. Once again, this is what these people want. Teaching kids how to be sexualized, genital mutilation, open borders, and calling everyone racist. That's what the Democratic Party is these days. And if you vote for it, you have serious issues that you probably need to get checked out. If you're cheering on genital mutilation of kids and teaching them how to give blowjobs, it's sick.
The point of view of weaponizing government against private business. It cost him his biggest donor, Ken Griffin, who's one of the people that moved to Florida.
But can I mention, every prominent black Republican denounced his AP Black History, and he still didn't take the lesson. Byron Donalds, a black congressman in Florida, was like, this is bad, just walk it back.
There are some things we can deny. There are things we can deny all we want to.
That's not one
But
of them.
history is history, and facts are facts.
Yeah.
Dude, nobody is denying that slavery happened. Like, these people are, look at how crazy she looks. What a good thing. But nobody's debating that slavery is never happened. We're teaching the same history that we've taught all along. Like, you're not that special. We're not making up. We're not like, we don't want to talk about slavery. It's the same shit I was taught. You were taught. Slavery's bad. We overcame it. But what you want to teach is this new history that says white people might have freed the slaves, but they're still inherently racist and terrible people. That's what the right doesn't want. Because guess what? That just divides kids. And we don't want to divide kids. And I don't know why they want to divide kids. But nobody is denying that slavery happened. Stop spewing bullshit.
And it happened, and it wasn't cute, and it wasn't sweet, and nothing you can do about that. And you know what? If you don't tell kids what was, they will lean towards what they think it might have been. You lie and say, this wasn't so bad. You try it.
But you know, Whoopi, he ignores the fact that in slavery, children were taken away from their parents.
Well, because
so
this
don't
has
say
gone
that you're
through.
the party of family values unless you bring that point.
Jesus Christ. That's the end of the clip. As you can see, she's the token white person that has to virtue signal like as much as she can. But Whoopi, he's not even talking about the kids getting taken from the black parents. He's not even talking about it. Whoop. It's like, dude, nobody's denying slavery happened. We've been over this. And I think everybody realizes that. But I want to know what you guys, that's the end of the clip. They go off into some other bullshit. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Ron DeSantis is just an absolute racist? Or do you think they're full of shit as usual? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you liked the video, please smash that like button below. That really helps this get out and fight the woke left. And we got to really get this video out to as many people as possible. Because not enough people are calling this shit out. They're insane. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button below. And also turn on notifications, because that'll let you know every time a new piece of Fast Zone News content comes out. And honestly, why wouldn't you want that? It's just like awesome content to watch and enjoy. But that's going to wrap up this clip. Peace out. All right, so that's going to wrap up this clip. And as you guys can see, The View is absolutely uninformed on virtually everything. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Ron DeSantis is an uncontrollable racist? Or do you think The View is full of shit? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And as usual, I want to thank all my viewers and all my new subscribers. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the button below to gain access to the latest news and content 7 days a week. And this has been another edition of Fast Zone News. Peace out.